Alright guys, this is going to be a super quick walkthrough video of how to rebrand your e-covers. So as soon as you open them, depending on your version of Photoshop and all that good stuff, you might see a window that says, do you want to create a new library or something along those lines. It looks like this. Hit Create New Library. Okay. The next thing you are going to do is you're going to come over here and find the Leadership Cover New is the file of this. Don't worry about the name Leadership. That's just a file name from back when we made the very first one. And you're going to come over to Edit Contents. Okay. And inside of Edit Contents, that brings you to a whole new little area that you can edit. And we are going to grab, let's see if I remember which one to grab here. Let's see, is it this one? Yeah, I think it's this one. Let me make that invisible too. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, you're going to put whatever image you want here, okay? So let's, you can either delete this or you can just make it invisible. The effect should be the same. So let's say we want our image to be, something like, I'll just grab this one here of me and Brian Tracy here. Okay. Obviously, it looks silly. I'm just grabbing one at random. Stick it right there. And then, if you want to change the text, you come over here to the text. Oh yeah, place file. You'll have to hit place file. Come over to the text here, and it'll automatically recognize this line of text here if you click on it. And let's say, let's see, what? Max your product. Oh, that's strange. There we go. Productivity. Let's see, max productivity. That's actually kind of silly. Don't call it that, or at least don't try to squeeze that onto this e-cover because it's going to look a little bit goofy. Again, just showing you the general idea of how it works. The other elements we can edit here are the actual background itself, which I did not mean to grab, but you can grab that. That's right here at the bottom right. It's layer 3. You could replace that with something else if you wanted to. Theoretically, you could delete it and stick this fella in there. Something like that. Don't know why you would do that, but just to demonstrate that you can replace the background or the texture image there. Let's see, control. How do I do this? You'll have to forgive me. I usually use GIMP, not Photoshop, but we do these tutorials for Photoshop since that's where our customers have been telling us for 3 years they prefer it. There we go. Okay. I'm not sure why, because Photoshop is expensive, but everybody tells us that they want us to do tutorials inside of Photoshop. So for this and our previous PLR series, the Signature series, we've moved everything to Photoshop. Let's see, exec rectangle. That's another one. You can keep this rectangle here and have your text inside it if you want, or not. It's totally up to you. And executive title. Grab that right there. Now this and this have that's a special type of font with special settings that make it look kind of like the embossed, metallic kind of look. You can get rid of that or keep it or do whatever you want. I recommend if you like it, keep these elements and just edit the text. Don't introduce new text because it's kind of hard to figure out how to make those embossed looking fonts. But let's say Bob's collection, right? You can put it doesn't have to be a series title. It can be whatever title you want. Put anything there. You could put Volume 1 here if you wanted to, if you didn't want a name for your whole series. So anyway, you get the idea. Once you're finished with this, okay, you would hit Control S, okay, Control S, and then you'll come over here to the original one that we were in, this tab here, and you'll see it's been changed. Okay, it's been changed. This is a pretty unique type of e-cover. You know, it's got the thumb slot and everything, and the silver side and all that good stuff. You could theoretically come in here and edit the side if you really wanted to, but we're not going to go into that because it's not really necessary. You might have to look at some tutorials or hire a graphics guy to do that, I would recommend, because specifically because there's also the question of this little section here, this little lip, which you can get to. It's in here somewhere. I don't recall where, but anyway, if you're going to keep this ebook or this e-cover as it is, then that's how you would edit the things on the front. If you don't like this look, the thumb thing, I would say just create a new e-cover from scratch. You know, that would be easier. I think just to create a new one from scratch, or hire someone on Fiverr to create a new one from scratch. But if you like this look, and you want to keep it this way, you just want to change the elements on the front to your brand, this is how you would do that. Okay, and then once you're all done and it looks good, you just come over here and export. You could do quick export as PNG or export as, and select PNG and then change the name and stuff. Yeah, right here. Sound good? Keep in mind, this is a pretty high quality file. So when you export, it's going to be 4,000 by 2667. And a lot of things are not going to work well with a file that big. So maybe export one version that's huge, so that you have a lossless version, a version that's as perfect as possible on your computer. But then export maybe a smaller one, because for me, for example, on Instapage, when I'm creating these sales pages here on Instapage, yeah, they won't let you upload files that are as big as this one here. Or if they do, something's messed up about them. You know, there's a black background. It can slow down your website and that kind of stuff. So make sure you're also, when you're exporting your version of these e-covers, controlling the size of the file, both the resolution of the picture and the actual size in megabytes or bytes of the file. But that's about it, guys. That's the whole process for rebranding these e-covers.